Daniel, thank you for joining us today on PTV, SANFL Wrap for round 2. A couple of big surprises in the SANFL this week. What caught your eye?
Obviously the West Adelaide Central's game was a surprise. Centrals always tend to have a downer during the year, but generally it's not round 1, and Westies look very much the real deal this year, so that was certainly a big shock. And then there were some really good games. Port Glenelg was a very tight game. Norwood flogging Sturt, whilst probably the result wasn't a surprise, the margin was definitely a bit of a shock. So it's and then South at last year's Wooden Spooner beating North. So yeah, you're right, a few upsets, and it's very interesting, very even comp by the look of it for the year. Glenelg 4 goals up at half time. It looked like it was probably going to be maybe be a one-sided affair. And it's fair to say Brett Ebert was instrumental, if not the reason to turn the game around in the third quarter. He had 12 possessions. He was on ball and a bit forward, kicked a goal as well, and was just outstanding, very dominant. And certainly their coach was, he in his opinion, he was clearly best on ground, and most of the media outlets had him as best as well. And we certainly were very impressed with his performance.
Now, he won a McGarry medal as a very young player playing midfield in the SANFL, but most of his career in the AFL has been very much a forward 50 player. Is he at the level where he can, a level of fitness where he can come into the AFL and play in midfield?
Well, it's an interesting question. Certainly there's a big push for it, and I'd like to see him given an opportunity to go in there for spurts. Anyway, the problem is he has had an interrupted pre-season this year, but certainly watching him at that level, his intensity and his work around the stoppage and congested area was outstanding. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we do there. We certainly see him predominantly as a forward, there's no doubt, but perhaps there's a chance that he can get a go on ball as well.
Does he bring the defensive pressure that you require in the midfield in the AFL?
Well, as we haven't, I guess it hasn't been tried for a good while, but that would be the challenge. Generally, with guys who don't have as bigger engines as others, the first thing that drops off is that defensive side of the game, and that's something we're pushing for this week, and hence why generally blokes in the midfield are all your fittest players. But there was plenty of that from Brett on the weekend, and certainly we'll be pushing his name up for selection this week.
He won't Adelaide. It's 21, nearly 22 gone. Lees wants to go long. Ebert's there and kicks the mark.
Made differences for this match in this quarter, and been great in that forward line in the past. And can he put this one through?
This still level it up, and Ebert does so. Even. Good bounce by the umpire. Cranston could have taken it out of the ruck. There's the man of the moment. Ebert got it to Carr, who got the staggers, who get it back again, running inside. Well, around about the 27-minute mark, you would think. Surgeon goes long. Ebert's in the box seat.